How's it going, everyone? So I'm just outside taking it easy, trying to connect with the nature, right? That's why it's always important to be around nature, because nature is God. And this is the scenery I'm around. So to get to the chase, today's video is about how important it is to be away from Manmukhs. Now hear me out here. Everybody's a Manmukh, right? Very few people are Gurmukh. So let me tell the difference. A Manmukh is someone that goes on their mind's desires, and a Gurmukh is someone that goes on the way of Guru, meaning truthfulness, the compassionate way, the truth, because the whole world wants to revolve around falseness, right? There's different stages. The first level is a Manmukh, someone who is totally on their self-desires, has no will on doing anything that their inner child is telling them, basically. The truth, what God is basically telling them. They know it's wrong, but they still do it. And they will continue doing it. Because it is a very selfish, very self-needing thing. And those people are usually the ones that are usually not very happy. They get their karma big time. For example, I work with someone. She's very toxic, makes everyone's life difficult, and very power tripping. We actually have two people that are like that at my workplace. And guess what? One of her daughters passed away, and the other one did too. And these people, they still don't realize, when the world tries to tell them, don't be rude, don't be rude, karma is really bad, right? But that's besides the point. I'll just make it quick. You treat people nicely, good things will happen even more for you. You do bad things to people, life's gonna hit you harder. Karma, or whatever you want to call it, God will punish you a lot harder if you make people's life difficult. Second stage, the second person is someone who is a Manmukh, which would be most of us, but is trying to go on the Gurmukh side, trying to do what is right, trying not to be selfish, trying to be more godly in a sense. They know whatever they're doing is wrong, such as cutting our hair. That is a Manmukh way too. As a Sikh, cutting our hair is definitely a Manmukh way of living, because we know, even as a Munna, if you're from the Sikh faith, that cutting our case is basically going on our mind's desires, as I want to look this way, rather than keeping your case and accepting how Waheguru has created us, right? And I'm guilty of it too, right? Just because someone keeps case and stuff doesn't mean that they're totally perfect. You hear me? So yeah, then you have stage 2. Stage 3 is someone who is mostly following God's will every second, every time they follow God's will, but sometimes they slip. That's a Gurmukh. And then number 4 would be someone who is like a saint, who does not let anything, any type of motion, anything that the mind tells, because the mind is a monkey, and they have become like a sant. That is like a perfect Gurmukh. Even those people slip up, because we're not God, remember. So the thing is, whether you be at work, whether it be your friends, right? Because I have a few friends that swear this and that, right? But I'm not at that stage where I can just drop them and stuff. But if you're in a crowd amongst people that are just in their mind's desire, and you're around people that are at work like that too, that will drop your spirituality. That's what happened to me. Remember, I was telling you guys on my previous YouTube videos that my spirituality hasn't done very good. It initially won't affect you at work because you're very high, you're Chardikala spirited, but negative energies will hit you a lot harder, because all this dunya is based on falseness. They're walking on the falseness, because falseness is sweet, but it kills you slowly, whereas truth is sour, but it's blissful once you go on it. So at my workplace, it's just very toxic, very egoful, this and that, and my spirituality dropped. What I've decided now is I can't stay around that environment. I gotta go. I'm the only Sikh there, only Punjabi. You know, it still might not make a difference even if I'm around Punjabi, because there's a lot of Punjabis that are very Manmukh and this and that, but it's just somewhere that's too toxic, and my spirituality has dropped. And my connection to Waheguru, my Kam, Krodh, Moh, Hankar, those have also increased. And the reason for that being is when you're at a high vibrance, they can see it, they get attracted to it, and they pull towards it. But hear me out. This is what my one other elder First Nations co-worker told me. He's like, you've put out so much good energy, but they just rub it on the ground. Rub it in the mitti. Don't put yourself out so much to people that don't deserve it. Saryan nu bulao, hi, smell this and that. But the people that are manmukh, the ones that are very materialistic, self-entitled, selfish, power tripping, stay away from those people, right? Or the ones that don't really care much about what you have to say. I have one friend, he swears this and that, but the thing is, he's truthful though. Manmukh te hai gaya, but he knows a lot of the stuff he does is wrong. He swears, he does gala and the stuff, right? As an Amritari, I shouldn't talk to him. But the thing is, he's very truthful. He gives advice. If I tell him my issues, he actually cares, right? So you have to be very careful on who you're talking to. With me, I don't swear stuff. But if a group of people that are like that, it wouldn't work. The funny thing is, he has friends that are Gursikhs, right? But there's a lot of people that are just like him. He doesn't get along with. So there you have to make sure too. You have to see the big difference between someone who is a manmukh but is willing to improve themselves, who actually has a good deal, versus someone that is just like a snake. Jede sapya, stay away from them. They will dung you and eat you out. Like I mentioned, you as someone that's going on the Gurmukh path, you are willing to give people your good energy, but they will just rub it on the ground. You've given it to them, but when your spirituality and this and that, you're more sensitized to people's energy, so you can get onto it. And if you put too much and you don't fuel yourself enough spiritually, it will hold you back. So that's why it is very important to keep distance. Don't get too close. Don't talk with them too much. If you're in a workplace or anything that you're around certain people that are like that, especially if it's a group, get out of there. There's no point. I've been looking for new jobs too. I took a week off because it mentally drained me. That's why I'm just around nature here, right? Just enjoying the sun, and that's about it. But yeah, it's not worth it, guys. If you're around people that are like that, stay away. And it's good, because when you're in a situation you can't really do anything, let God deal with it. Especially when it's like Budia and stuff, man. Like where I work, it's tough because, drama. There's a lot of drama in that kind of place. So God will handle everything. I've seen it happen full force at my workplace, and it happens real bad. So just keep doing good, keep good mindsets, and that's the thing. Sikhs are not supposed to fight over small stuff. That's why I've decided to leave, because I can solve it. Because they say when all means fail, it is righteous to fight. But when there's no need to fight and there's other solutions, find that. Right? We're not here to degrade. We're here to improve. That's the main goal. All right, take care.